All right, so chapter 1 of Matched. Notice that the first part here is in italics, so every chapter begins with a little quote. So similar to Secret Life of Bees when we were reading that. Now that I've found the way to fly, which direction should I go into the night? My wings aren't white or feathered, they're green, made of green silk which shudders in the wind and bends when I move, first in a circle, then in a line, finally in a shape of my own invention. The black behind me doesn't worry me, neither do the stars ahead. So think about that. She mentions green a lot. Did you look at the cover at all? It's all green. A green ball and a girl in a green dress, right? And right here, yes. And right here, she's talking about green silk, which kind of would look like the dress she's wearing on the cover. I smile at myself, at the foolishness of my imagination. People cannot fly, though before the society there were myths about those who could. I saw a painting of them once. White wings, blue sky, gold circles above their heads, eyes turned up in surprise as though they couldn't believe what the artist had painted them doing, couldn't believe that their feet didn't touch the ground. What is she talking about there? People with wings and halos? Angels. Those stories weren't true, I know that. But tonight, it's easy to forget. The air train glides through the starry night so smoothly, and my heart pounds so quickly that it feels as though I could soar into the sky at any moment. What are you smiling about? Xander wonders as I smooth the folds of my green silk dress down neat. Everything, I tell him. And it's true. I've waited so long for this, for my match banquet, where I'll see, for the first time, the face of the boy who will be my match. It will be the first time I hear his name. I can't wait. As quickly as the air train moves, it still isn't fast enough. It hushes through the night, its sound a background for the low rain of our parents' voices, the lightning-quick beats of my heart. Perhaps Xander can hear my heart pounding too, because he asks, "Are you nervous?" In the seat next to him, Xander's older brother begins to tell my mother the story of his match banquet. It won't be long now until Xander and I have our own stories to tell. No, I say, but Xander's my best friend. He knows me too well. You lie, he teases. You are nervous. Aren't you? Not me. I'm ready. He says it without hesitation, and I believe him. Xander is the kind of person who is sure about what he wants. It doesn't matter if you're nervous, Kasia, he says, gentle now. Almost 93% of those attending their match banquet exhibit some signs of nervousness. Did you memorize all of the official matching material? Almost, Xander says, grinning. He holds his hands out as if to say, "What did you expect?" The gesture makes me laugh. And besides, I memorized all the material too. It's easy to do when you've read it so many times, when the decision is so important. So, you're in the minority, I say. The 7% who don't show any nerves at all. Of course, he agrees. How could you tell I was nervous? Because you keep opening and closing that. Xander points to the golden object in my hands. I didn't know you had an artifact. A few treasures from the past float around among us. Though citizens of the society are allowed one artifact each, they are hard to come by, unless you had ancestors who took care to pass things along through the years. I didn't, until a few hours ago, I tell him. Grandfather gave it to me for my birthday. It belonged to his mother. What's it called? Xander asks. A compact, I say. I like the name very much. Compact means small. I'm small. I also like the way it sounds when you say it. Compact. Saying the word makes a sound like the one the artifact itself makes when it snaps shut. Do you know what she's talking about with a compact? Girls, have you seen them before? Sometimes it's like, that's a locket, but it's the same idea. So a lot of times makeup will be in it, or you'll open it up and there'll be a mirror on one side and it closes, right? So you can kind of picture, it's usually a circle, so you can kind of picture what it is. What do the initials and numbers mean? I'm not sure. I run my finger across the letters ACM and the numbers 1940 carved across the golden surface. Can you guess what those letters are, ACM?
A brand.
It's probably initials.
Yeah.
So it's probably her grandmother's initials, and then 1940 would probably be a year, right? But look, I tell him, popping the compact open to show him the inside. A little mirror made of real glass, and a small hollow where the original owner once stored powder for her face, according to grandfather. Now, I use it to hold the 3 emergency tablets that everyone carries. 1 green, 1 blue, 1 red. That's convenient, Xander says. He stretches out his arms in front of him, and I notice that he has an artifact too. A pair of shiny platinum cufflinks. My father lent me these, but you can't put anything in them. They're completely useless. Do you guys know what cufflinks are, boys? Usually, like if men are in a suit or a tux, sometimes they have like the cuffs. Yeah, it's like a fancy button to put on their cuffs. So a lot of times when you get married, like the tux rentals come with it, or for prom, sometimes the tux rentals will come with cufflinks. They look nice, though. My gaze travels up to Xander's face, to his bright blue eyes and the blonde hair above his dark suit and white shirt. He's always been handsome, even when we were little, but I've never seen him dressed up like this. Boys don't have as much leeway in choosing clothes as girls do. One suit looks much like another. Still, they get to select the color of their shirts and cravats, and the quality of material is much finer than the material used for plain clothes. You look nice. The girl who finds out he's her match will be thrilled. What about the word leeway? She says boys don't have as much leeway in choosing clothes as girls do. What does leeway mean?
Probably like decisions.
Yeah, as much choices. They don't have as much options. Nice, Xander says, lifting his eyebrows. That's all? Xander, his mother says next to him, amusement mingled with reproach in her voice. You look beautiful, Xander tells me, and I flush a little. Even though I've known Xander all of my life, I feel beautiful. In this dress, ice green, floating, full-skirted, the unaccustomed smoothness of silk against my skin makes me feel lithe and graceful. Next to me, my mother and father each draw a breath as City Hall comes into view, lit up white and blue and sparkling with the special occasion lights that indicate a celebration is taking place. I can't see the marble stairs in front of the hall yet, but I know they will be polished and shining. All my life I have waited to walk up those clean marble steps and through the doors of the hall, a building I have seen from a distance but never entered. I want to open the compact and check in the mirror to make sure I look my best, but I don't want to seem vain, so I sneak a glance at my face and its surface instead. The rounded lid of the compact distorts my features a little, but it's still me. My green eyes, my coppery brown hair, which looks more golden in the compact than it does in real life, my small, straight nose, my chin with a trace of a dimple like my grandfather's. All the outward characteristics that make me Kasia Maria Reyes, 17 years old, exactly. What does that mean if she's 17 years old exactly? It's her birthday. I turn the compact over in my hands, looking at how perfectly the two sides fit together. My match is already coming together just as neatly, beginning with the fact that I'm here tonight. Since my birthday falls on the 15th, the day the banquet is held each month, I'd always hoped that I might be matched on my actual birthday, but I knew it might not happen. You can be called up for your banquet any time during the year after you turn 17. When the notification came across the port 2 weeks ago that I would indeed be matched on the day of my birthday, I could almost hear the clean snap of pieces fitting into place, exactly as I've dreamed for so long. Because although I haven't even had to wait a full day for my match, in some ways, I've waited all my life. Kasia, my mother says, smiling at me. I blink and look up, startled. My parents stand up, ready to disembark. Xander stands too, and straightens his sleeves. I hear him take a deep breath, and I smile to myself. Maybe he is a little nervous after all. Here we go, he says to me. His smile is so kind and good. I'm glad we were called up the same month. We've shared so much of childhood, it seems we should share the end of it, too. I smile back at him and give him the best greeting we have here in the society. I wish you optimal results, I tell Xander. You too, Kasha, he says. As we step off the air train and walk toward City Hall, my parents each link an arm through mine. I am surrounded, as I always have been, by their love. It is only the three of us tonight. My brother, Bram, can't come to the match banquet because he is under 17, too young to attend. The first one you attend is always your own. I, however, will be able to attend Bram's banquet because I'm the older sibling. I smile to myself, wondering what Bram's match will be like. In 7 years, I'll find out. But tonight is my night. We're going to pause there for a moment.